The Karrion Kross situation is crazy. Do you guys get that reference? Do you guys get any of it? Do you guys get the thumbnail reference? Do you guys get that reference? But yeah, What's been going on with the Karrion Kross situation, Is it a work? Is he actually released? Is it all a ruse? Is it the second ruse of the century within the past 2 weeks? All right, sliding this in here. I don't know if it's a seamless transition, but sliding this in here. I just filmed another video after the Karrion Kross video. Open up Twitter, and there's apparently a new Ariel Helwani. I never pronounced that person's name out loud. Ariel Helwani interview that just came out with Karrion Kross. I haven't watched it, but some quotes here. Karrion Kross confirms on the Ariel show that his contract is actually done and it's not a work. So again, that kind of, I'm sure I'll place this appropriately in the video, but you know, I'm sure people are gonna take this and be like, oh, that's what people would say who are trying to do a work would say. That's what people would say who are trying to put one over on me would say, and you're not gonna fall for me. So I think that's another thing people are gonna feed into. Someone's pointing out that he's still going by Karrion Kross, I believe in the interview. I'm gonna double check that right now. But someone's pointing out that like, oh, if they're still using that name or whatever, that's another sign. Oh, it's happening live. As I'm recording this, it's happening live right now. Karrion Kross in studio. So that's why all these like quotes, people are on top of this. It says Karrion Kross mentioned that some senior figures within WWE believed his post WrestleMania 41 promo was genuine and they expressed their displeasure. He had understood this promo had received approval from all parties involved, with everyone aware it was part of the performance. Upon learning of the disapproval, he waited for Triple H outside a production meeting and clarified the situation. Karrion Kross reveals that his offer to resign did not include Scarlett. Wait, so did he get a, I'm so confused. Did he get a deal? I'm so confused. I mean, again, this is happening in real time. I'm gonna cut back to like the rest of the video, or if this is at the end, I don't know where, but this is just gonna add more fuel to the fire, I'm guessing. Whether he's genuine or not, people aren't gonna believe. People are too guarded and on defense right now. Okay, so this says Karrion Kross says he did not receive a contract from WWE until last Tuesday. He asked how the company came to the valuation of the offer and was not given that information. He was told he had 24 hours to agree to the offer or it would be resyndicated. Kross told WWE he would not make a decision without knowing said information, and the offer was resyndicated. Whoa. Rescinded. I said that word. Rescinded. Not resyndicated. Rescinded. Resyndicated means something else, but that was the quote. I wish I didn't butcher it. And again, on the top comment, smells like a work. It smells like a work. This is crazy. Okay, but I don't know if that's new information, but it's new information to me that he was offered a contract and the time expired because he wasn't really given details, and I guess like the money wasn't right or they didn't agree on the money. You know, apparently they couldn't reach an agreement and it got rescinded is the word. Well, oh my God, the quotes are coming out in real time. This is nuts. Karrion Kross says that he would have liked his SummerSlam match to have had a bigger finish and would have even been open to the possibility of killing of his character. What? I don't know what to believe. This is crazy. Wow. So they did offer him a contract, but only gave him 24 hours to decide, didn't give him too much more information he asked, and didn't offer Scarlett anything. Whoa. Breaking news, folks. Breaking news. So Karrion Kross says his gut told him that his match at SummerSlam was his last match with the company. Is it a work? Is it a work or it's not? Again, as someone who's gonna go on in this video to be like, oh, I don't care about getting worked and blah, blah, blah. What in the world? Am I having fun with this now? Maybe. I don't know what's going on. I'm distrusting. I don't know what to trust. Okay, this says Karrion Kross thinks that because of Seth Rollins' false injury, like I go on to say, or I said in this video, and the situation with R-Truth, people don't know what is a work and what is real. 100%. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I said. This is nuts, man. Another quote here. Karrion Kross said he was originally told he was going to be at the Raw after SummerSlam, but was later sent a message that he would be flown home instead. God, it's crazy that now I don't know what to believe. I spend so much of this video being like, I'm not part of it. And now like watch this interview and like, I have distrusted WWE because of the R-Truth and the Seth Rollins stuff. I don't know what to believe. Obviously, as I go on to say at the end of this video, obviously, outside of the wrestler and the character, whatever, talking about the real person, like I obviously want the best and hope for the best future for this guy, whether it is a work or it's not, whether he wants to be in WWE or he doesn't, or he goes somewhere else or he doesn't want to, whatever he wants, I'm hoping for the best for this guy. He seems like a genuine guy and a great person. Just, you know, always have to remind people that, you know, when we talk about this stuff, or when I talk about this stuff, it's always about the in-character and the in-ring wrestler, and you know what I mean? It's never personal, obviously, because I want everyone to, you know, keep their jobs that they want. All right, I'm watching this interview live at this point, and now, like, they're really talking up, like, oh, like, Triple H and Paul Heyman, like, really believed in me. And then, Ariel is like, oh yeah, I thought you were going to push too. And I thought you were going to be, oh man, it is so crazy that it's like, is it just legit? I don't know what to think. Why do I care all of a sudden? I think I just like being included in things. And I don't know if it's WWE that's making everything hard to believe or making it hard to not know what to believe, or if it's the internet, like stirring up stuff and stories on their own that's making it hard to believe. And then WWE is just like, hey, we're not going to deny or say anything, because WWE likes tricking people and likes keeping people in the dark. So if people are going to spin themselves into a frenzy, WWE is going to love that, honestly. But we're going to get into some of like the weird things that have happened this week and just, I don't know, some different stuff about Karrion Kross. Obviously, the biggest thing right now is if the call to release, it's really just a non-contract renewal. If it's all a work, if it's all, a scheme crafted by WWE, doing more of their like smoke and mirrors thing, bring in real life stuff. I mean, the biggest and most notable thing or example of that is the Seth Rollins injury with the Saturday Night's Main Event thing, and then Becky Lynch posting on Instagram, and then, WWE kind of, being like, oh, Seth is injured, but then it kind of being sketchy of like, oh, well, they're being pretty hush-hush about it, and then Seth was like, oh, I couldn't get x-rays, it was too swollen. Then obviously, at SummerSlam, the whole, crutches, call it the ruse of the century, whatever. So I think because of that, people are now so distrusting, and rightfully so, of the WWE of like, no, I'm not getting tricked again. I'm not getting worked again, brother. So now that like Karrion's been the internet darling for a month and then his contract's not being renewed, now people are so defensive of like, no, I don't believe it. Because yeah, he does have a bit of popularity. It is pretty undeniable. Like, as much as I do say like, sure, it is like so much on the internet, which it is, but it is undeniable that part one of his documentary he released on his YouTube channel, like whenever it was, a month or two ago, has over 1 million views. At the time of recording this, I think we're creeping up on 1 million views on part two that was released maybe a couple days ago. I think I checked, it had like 700 or 800,000. So yeah, he is popular. Is that enough for WWE to renew his contract? I mean, yeah, I guess that is the name of the game. We're going to get into some more kind of like, I don't know, call it breadcrumbs that have been laid for this. But I think the bigger discussion here is like, do I guess I can only speak for myself, do I even like the way WWE, let's assume this is a work, right? The conversation is, do I even like WWE blurring these lines so much, bleeding into real life stuff of it being a work? And like, do I like WWE using real life contracts and, releases or contract renewals as part of a work and as part of a storyline? Again, hasn't been proven to be true, but let's assume it is. I don't think I love that. Obviously, this video will age once, Karrion pops up at, I don't know, whatever, Clash in Paris, Crown Jewel. But I think I said on the podcast too, that's coming out today, I did forget to hit record on that. Record on this, I just double checked the light, record on this. I said on the podcast, like, I like my wrestling to be on the TV show. I don't want to have to like go on Twitter or hear about reports or people's contracts, like these real life people's contracts, and like start to think, well, oh, is it a work? Am I getting tricked? That's why I felt kind of bad about like the Seth Rollins stuff, because I really didn't want to come on here and be like, no, the injury's BS and he's not actually injured, he's faking it. And then how much of a dick and idiot would I look if it comes out that he was actually injured? Then I'm here on camera being like, he's not actually injured, a guy that has like very serious knee injury problems. So I don't want to do that for Karrion, because this is someone's real life job. It's a real person behind this character, behind this wrestler that potentially, it's two people. It's Karrion and Scarlett who potentially aren't getting their job contracts renewed. So it's a little bit serious, and I don't think it's that fun for WWE. Again, this is all hypothetical because it hasn't been proven if they are or not doing it. But it's not fun to me. And I'm not even saying that coming from like I don't like it because I don't like getting worked. I don't think getting work's a real thing. If you think you get worked, it's such a stupid idea. You're supposed to be invested in the TV show. You're supposed to be tricked. And I saw Weapons last night, and the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm not like, oh, they got me. Like, oh, I'm predicting the ending, and the kids in this, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like, it's the same thing as watching any other piece of art or storytelling or whatever. Like, why do you want to spoil for yourself with something? Why do you want to act like, the holier than thou, where it's like, oh no, the compelling storyline, I didn't give in to that. Like, so I think working or getting worked is bullshit. And if we're gonna use the term, I like getting worked. I want to get worked. Sure, there's some times where, just as doing this for so long, I'm like, oh, like that's probably like fake or not real. I don't know. I don't even do that because I want to be bought into. I watch wrestling by giving in and letting go and suspending my disbelief, right? That's the whole thing. That's what we're all supposed to do. So I don't. Anyway, it's a bigger conversation. It's not really what this video is about. But just wanted to be clear. That's why I'm not like in that frame of mind. I'm like, oh, I don't love WWE doing this, because I do like them working people. But if they're doing this real life stuff and talking about people's real life jobs, kind of repeat myself at this point, I don't love it. But let's move on to some of just the weird stuff that's been happening with this Karrion Kross stuff and people online. I think the biggest note people are talking about is that Karrion Kross does have a book coming out. So 2 things on this. 1, great promo for a book. Great time to put his name out there, get him in the spotlight, and people will buy the book. They were also promoting the book. There's a second point on the SummerSlam pre-show, and the thought process here is like, if someone wasn't going to be in the company within the next 2 weeks, you probably wouldn't be like pushing his book. Unconfirmed, I probably could confirm it. I don't know if it's a WWE published book. I doubt it, if just by the way people are talking, but also people don't do their research. So that's the first weird thing that kind of leads to people being like, oh, this is a work, because while they do that. The second thing that's leading people to think this is a work is that ESPN did just post, I think within the past 1 or 2 days, shout out D Porteous for bringing this up on Twitter. ESPN posted the classic video. It's old at this point, but of Karrion Kross like breaking or snapping like the multiple baseball bats. It doesn't seem that coincidental that ESPN and WWE just inked a deal, and now they're posting like this Karrion Kross video on their socials. I don't know if ESPN is really paying too much attention to that or gives a shit about that, but it's something to note. It's another reason why people are like, oh, this is a work, they're not going to get me. When the news broke the following days on Twitter, both Karrion and Scarlett were posting their booking info with their emails and a tweet. Again, pretty easy, and a la Becky Lynch posting the Instagram, pretty easy to fake, and like that's a pretty easy, like, red herring, I guess, is that the right term? And then with all of this, the hashtag We Want Kross movement has been brought up, which so far it's only been 1 episode of Raw. People are excusing it that they were in Canada, so that's Sami Zayn country, so there's gonna be less Kross heads. I don't know if that has too much validity in it, but on Raw there was maybe 3 or 5 We Want Kross signs. I only saw 3. People were saying 5, and 0 We Want Kross chants, which I'm happy about, because like if people were gonna do that, they were gonna do it during like inappropriate times or matches that didn't deserve to have the chance. I mean, no match deserves to be like hijacked like that, but you know what I mean. So my point in the hashtag We Want Kross and that not really translate into Canada and TV is that like it's another example of, hey, this is all online. It's the title of the podcast that's coming out today is, Are Karrion Kross Fans Just Online? It's a little clickbaity, sure. And it goes to my theory, which is getting way into it. I think I believe in the dead internet theory. I think we're interacting with bots. I think the entirety of Twitter at this point is bots. And I'm kind of half joking, kind of half not. I'm more so in saying like, I wouldn't be shocked. I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but the dead internet theory is really interesting. If you haven't read up on it, I'm not gonna go too deep into it now, but like look into it. It's really, really creepy. But again, kind of with all of that We Want Kross stuff, same thing gonna happen for R-Truth. The internet bots kind of forgot about him after he got brought back and didn't give a shit about him. So if Karrion goes to another company, whether it's TNA, AEW, what have you, I would hope and expect all these crossheads on the internet are going to follow him and still support this man's career because he deserves it. And if you're a fan, show up. Show up. All that to say, he could just be the bots internet guy of the month. And, that happens to someone every cycle, every 6 month cycle, wherever there's a new, like, hey, here's a guy that, hasn't been wrestling on TV. We're going to choose to love him and push him. It's an internet thing. And it's good and bad for a multitude of reasons. Like, it's good because these, deserving and underutilized people get like a fandom and whatever. But it's bad because, like I said, like a lot of it doesn't seem super, super genuine to me. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that's not genuine because I wish it was. And that's just my opinion on it. This is all my opinion. I want to end this by saying, and this is obvious, but I have to say it, just, knowing the landscape. As someone who isn't super on the hashtag We Want Kross bus, and I'm not in like the internet frenzy of it, whatever. Obviously, whenever I talk about stuff like that, I'm talking about the on-screen character, wrestler, whatever. But obviously, I want the best for the human being that is Karrion Kross, Killer Kross, whatever his real name is. I want the best for him. I obviously don't want anyone to lose their job. It is best when everyone has a job they want. And I want the best for him. I want whatever he wants. And I know it's so obvious to say, but I just need to make it clear that when I'm maybe speaking a little negatively, or I'm like, oh, I'm not a Karrion Kross fan or whatever, I'm talking about the character and the on-screen person. The guy seems like a sweetheart. I've seen like, fan interactions with him or other clips online, some interviews. He's a great guy. He has a great personality. It's a reason why, he should be kept around. So yeah, just gotta make that clear. In terms of the person, I obviously want the best for him. And at this point, it kind of goes all the way back to like, is this a work in terms of, the contract stuff or whatever? It's why I don't like WWE dipping their toes in that realism. It's like, these are real people at the end of the day with real jobs. And, it's I don't know. It's a whole other discussion of like, oh, people, it's the economy. It's capitalism. Oh, it's crazy. But people need jobs and people need to make money. So obviously I don't want to see anyone losing their job. That's all obvious, but some people need to hear it just because people are going to, whatever. All right, that's it. See ya.